Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. I am so excited to be here
Hi.
tonight. We have a special guest, Melanie, with us. Melanie has been a reseller for how many years have you been doing this, Melanie?
Probably 20. I've been
Wow.
on for 20 years, and I went full force in COVID era. So, yes.
Wow, you are an OG in this space.
You see
And if
me?
you guys don't know Melanie, she is always so active in the conversations and the comments. That's how I first got to meet her. I was on a live of someone else, Michelle and Dustin. I was on one of their shows and I saw Melanie just being so happy and always pumping up the crowd. So I was excited to get her on tonight. She is going to try to log in on her phone because I think the internet's being a little lagged on her end. She was trying on her phone, it wasn't letting her. So if we can get that working, hopefully we can get this up to speed. Welcome, everybody. Colin's on the move. Excited to have you. Christopher, welcome. Yay, I'm so excited. Nicole and Joe. I guess I don't know which one's here. Hopefully, both of you. Excited to have you here. Yep, Nicole. It's Nicole. All right. So,
Sorry.
hello. Okay, we got a lot of conversations tonight. Thank you. We've got Melanie is a rock star. She sure is. Looks like, yeah, she's going to try to log back in. This has been a serious tech day. I had issues with my camera starting up. She's having issues with her internet. I don't know about you guys, but internet is just awful tonight. Just all technology today. Jerry, welcome. Excited for you to be here. We are waiting for Melanie to hop back on, but like I was saying, I love her personality and just how she's just always so happy. Like I could never imagine Melanie like being mad or angry at somebody and just always seeing her so bubbly. If you guys don't know her, make sure to follow her channel and you will hear about so many other resellers that she hypes up, and that's how I get to know a lot of the people that I now follow was because she hypes them up. She'll share their posts, and I absolutely adore her. So yes, Colin's on the move. She is. She is just an absolute doll. So hopefully she'll hop back on with us tonight. Let's see. She's the community cheerleader. Yes, that's exactly what she is. She's awesome. So I'm just going to see if she's messaging anything. No, we're just waiting for her. So, yeah, she's an OG. She's been doing this, she said, over 20 years. That's a long time. I've been doing this for 3 years now, 4 years coming up. And I couldn't imagine how long she's been doing this for. It's crazy. So I am waiting for her to hop on. If you guys have any questions that you feel like asking on the show, if you have any questions for her or for us, feel free to hop those into the comments because that brings in so much more of the interaction of this show is when we get to interact with the audience. Welcome back.
There it is. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened. My internet, I guess. I'm not sure. But the link wasn't working. I don't know. Then the laptop decided not to do its thing. So, finally, my internet finally did
Yes.
it.
Yes. That's what I was saying. Technology today is just, it's been awful. I
I
know
can't.
tons of
Yeah.
people have been having issues with tech. So definitely let us know in the comments where you're joining us from. And in the meantime, Melanie, if you want to give us an intro, you said 20 plus years doing this. How'd you get started and what made you get started?
Well, I was one of those poor kids that always try to find something to sell. It was my baby dolls, or I found, when I was growing up, we still had a little mom and pop store where they still sold penny candy. So I would go and buy that penny candy, and I would sell it, for 10 times my money. Like, so yeah,
Hilarious.
that's how I did it. And I went full force when COVID hit. I've worked many, many jobs.
Mm-hmm.
More than I would want to talk about. I mean, it was crazy. Yeah, but I was in retail management when COVID hit, and that
Mm-hmm.
broke me. I was done, and I was like, I'm gonna go full force with this. I've got a supporting husband, and we went full force. And so far, we're doing good for the last 2 or 3 years. So
Nice. Are you both doing it full time or does he do something else?
no, he actually drives a truck, a dump truck, like he works for solid waste in McCurtain County. So he's a truck driver. He's been a
Perfect.
truck driver for years. So. Yeah.
Very cool. That's awesome. It's always exciting when you can go full time and do what you love. Because
Yeah, I come
yeah,
home. I
that's
said, I'm done. I can't unload those trucks no more. I'm just, unless I have help. So I was
yep.
done.
Good for you. That's awesome. So as you know from my show, I do a kind of interview style. I like to
Oh
learn
yeah.
more about how you run your business and just the whole reseller side as well as the personal side. So if you want to share your biggest obstacles that you've had to overcome as a reseller and as a mom.
I would love my kids to be involved in my reselling, but they could care less. I mean, they don't care. I mean, they are good kids. They have their own thing. See, I see the little corner there. The little.
You're supposed to
I'm
be
my own.
riding your bike, little dude.
They are
What are you
in their
doing?
own world, but my kids are older. My son will be 21 in August, and I have a 17-year-old daughter. And
Okay.
my son has a full-time job, and my little girl, as I call her, 17-year-old, she's still in high school, and she could
Yeah.
care less. I'm like, you could take, $2 and
Funny.
turn it into 200. Let's do that. And no, 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 they will help me
That's
shop.
funny.
I mean, they will contribute and they put stuff in the car so we can unload it. I will let them know that. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's funny. You'd think being around it, then that would have been her whole life. She's been exposed to it, but
Yeah,
to
yeah.
each their own. If they don't like it, then
They
there's so
don't
many
like
other
it. Yeah,
How funny.
yeah. My
What
little
would
girl,
be your
she wants to clean and make everything pretty, which everything is pretty. But when you're a reseller, you may have things in the kitchen that don't belong. You know, things you
you
flip,
don't
and
see
she's like, "That
behind
don't
the
belong here."
camera? I've got piles of stuff that is
The piles
directly
of
in front
stuff
of me
behind the
that
camera.
you got
Yes.
to preview.
Yep. She, can we put this here? I
Reselling is
said,
not a clean sport.
no, not filthy, but it's not clean either.
Exactly. Exactly. What would be your favorite reseller tip that you wish that everyone knew?
If you see $100 jacket on the rack and it smells like smoke, buy it for the $6 and stick it in the freezer, please.
That is a crazy tip. You told me that one because I always
Yes,
avoid if I walk to a sale and they're either outside smoking or I just smell nothing but smoke, I leave.
yes.
Like, because I'm not going to
I
be able to get the
guarantee
smell
it.
out.
Yeah. I mean, I can't guarantee that because everybody has a nose that is sensitive. I can't smell nothing, but I have not had a
Mm-hmm.
return in years on that, about saying something smell like smoke. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't. Stick it in the freezer. I know you can't stick electronics or things like that, but stick it in the freezer for a few. If it
That is
still smells,
funny.
stick it back in the freezer. I have a deep freezer. Yeah, stick it in there and see, and then test it. I've not had a return since. Put stuff in the freezer. Buy that $200 jacket, please.
That's hilarious. I am definitely, I'll have to try it. I'll try it with something cheap first, but I
Tie
will
it up
have
in
to
the
try
bag real good. Put it in the separate. Then what you're buying. Tie it up really, really good. Take it
it.
straight
Yep.
home and stick it in the deep freezer. If it freezes, that's fine. Put it in the dryer. Who cares? Because it's used.
Right,
Just
exactly.
yeah. It
Yep.
has helped me a lot. That's
Yeah.
my thing. That's my number one tip.
Washing everything, but sometimes that smoke smell depends
It
how
don't say
sensitive that
exactly.
nose is. It'll
Exactly.
still
That
smell.
things don't come out, and I understand, but that freezer has helped me a lot. Mothballs, yeah, stick it in the freezer. I've seen so many people walk away from a $200 profit because it smelled like smoke. I'm like, no, 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 don't do that.
That is funny.
I've not had
So
a
speaking
problem.
of, I'm gonna have to try it. Definitely have to try it. So
Yes,
speaking of a $200 jacket, what would you say is your best and your worst buy or flip?
my worst was probably HVA mascara. No, I had hundreds and hundreds. Yeah, my best.
Wow.
It ain't a value point, but one of my first flips, and it has always stuck with me, was a robotic Lego set, and you use remote control to move this robot after you build it. I found him for $8, and I flipped him for $250.
Wow. Was it new or used?
It was used. It was on the Goodwill shelf.
Wow.
Yeah, that still speaks out to me.
Yep. It's funny how that is. It's not always the most valuable because, yeah, I'm sure we've sold stuff of all different ranges, but there's certain ones that stand out. And it's funny how that is.
Yeah, my husband,
Uh,
he's not, my husband don't do reselling too much, but he
mhm.
does the more detailed work. He can get a Pokemon card and flip it for $130. I don't know
Oh
nothing
wow.
about that. Yes.
I have a
He can go
box
on
of
the website.
Pokemon I need to go
My,
through, and I've just procrastinated because it is so tedious. One card at a time, and then there's so many
yes.
versions of each card, and oh
We
girl,
flip
I just leave it in a
Yu-Gi-Oh
box.
cards. We've done Yu-Gi-Oh. We've done Magic cards. And my husband, he'll take the
Yeah.
time to really get in that TDC work. He'll get there and he'll just look, and he'll find it. He's like, oh yeah, that's it right there. I'm like, oh good God. He can tell you
Wow.
every website to go to. He can go to every Facebook group to verify what he's thinking it is, everything. And we flip those in Hot Wheels. We flip Hot Wheels too. We'll go do those
Nice. Yeah,
treasure.
the,
Yeah, we'll
the
do those
nerdy
treasure
stuff
hunts.
is kind of where I've categorized it, like the Magic Gathering. There's another card game, and I flipped. It was like just a lot of them because I didn't want to go through, but they were organized. It was from like an OG nerd, so he knew what he was talking about, and
Yeah.
it had all these different tabs for all the different like parts of this game. So like the different roles. So you knew the
Oh yeah.
certain cards to play with the certain roles, and I think I paid $20 for this box set of just all these different cards, and I just threw a number out there, and I think it sold for over $300
See,
just because
and you
like
just had that,
nerdy
and
stuff.
you just had that
No,
toy haul, and you just had that toy haul. I just seen the update,
yeah,
and oh yeah,
that was fun.
yeah, my hand's not in one basket, but when I seen your toys and you're like kind of you wasn't really uncomfortable, but you knew you was in the right direction, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna be so
Exactly.
excited. Yeah,
Yep,
my husband
exactly.
does.
And like
Yeah,
when I first dug into it, I'm like, okay, I know these are big. Like I've sold some of these over the years just randomly, but to have that many in one lot is crazy. And I started digging into it, I think it was like 2 nights ago, and just going one figure at a time and just figuring out what parts and what accessories and what booklet and trying to
yeah,
complete the lot of each character. And it's
yeah.
fun. I'm learning so much about each of these different shows. Some I still need to learn. There's one called Mask, Jenner
Yeah,
Mask, or I don't know what that is. So
yeah.
I thought it was the Jim Carrey mask. Apparently not the same. And and it's it's so interesting. And there's cars that go with that set. There's just the little figures. There's oh my gosh, there's just so much to it. And I've barely chipped the
Great the
iceberg. Like I
surface.
got two of them
Yeah.
listed, and that's it. There's
And like
just
you
so
do,
much to it.
I see that you like electronics, and of course I know enough to go in there and Google Lens or type in the numbers. I know that,
Mhm.
but I want to get to that point where I can walk in and go, I know exactly where I can get that on eBay, or I know exactly where I can get that off Poshmark. All that, yeah.
Yeah.
So electronics is
Well,
not my strong point.
I don't know the exact amount because the values always change. Always.
Yeah,
Like there's times that like that combo player can be worth $250 and then a year later it's only worth like 70, 80. But I know mentally if I'm seeing it for $10 complete with a remote, it's a no-brainer. So
mm-hmm.
I'm at that point. Like same with like the 35 millimeter cameras. If it's like a Minolta or an Olympus, I know to grab it. If I'm seeing it cheap enough,
Yeah.
it's just a no-brainer. So I
I
like
know
being
enough
at
to
that.
go over there.
Yeah.
I know enough to go to the electronics and look. Yes, I know that
Yes.
much. Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite niche. What would be your favorite? What do you
Well,
gravitate to?
I like shoes. If
Yeah.
I was to niche down to one thing, I'm not going to because it gets boring to me for one niche.
Yes.
But shoes would be it. I like shoes. I don't know why I always have. But yeah,
Yeah.
that would be my go-to.
Yep,
It really
definitely. I'm
would.
learning more shoes. I just picked up that one dealer that I met with like 2 or 3 weeks ago where I bought all those shoes. I met with him again this morning or this afternoon. So I just picked up Doc Martens, 3 more pairs, brand spanking new. A bunch of Ariat, Durango, so many cowboy boots, like all of those.
Oh
But
yeah,
like you said, I can't sit and list 15 pairs of shoes. I'll list a couple shoes, then I'll list some clothes, and then I'll list some electronics, then I'll go back to the shoes. Like it
yeah.
gets boring. I can't stick
It
to
will. So
one
I
thing.
like the mixture. I'll do 10,
Yeah.
10 here, 10 there. I'll do batches of everything. And it seems to
Yep.
go faster. It seems to go faster that way too.
Yeah,
It
it
really
does.
does.
What would you say is your biggest pet peeve in reselling?
Overpricing. You know, you go to
Yes.
yard sales. My biggest thing is you go to yard sales, and then you have this Marty pants that's sitting over there. Well, that is that'll sell for $55 on eBay, and then they get
Or
mad
they
when you
have
say
it
it's not
printed
sold
out.
comp.
Yep.
And
That's my
that is not
favorite is to
sold
print out a
comps.
listing.
Yeah,
Exactly. They
it's
don't,
not
yeah,
sold
anybody
comps,
can
baby.
list it for $500, but
Yeah,
doesn't mean it's selling for that.
I'm willing to deal, will and deal if it's from sold comps. And then they get mad because they feel stupid. I'm like, I'm not calling you stupid, but that is not sold comps, honey.
Right.
And then I don't get nothing if it goes to that point. So I just go home.
Yep.
Around here,
Not
it's
even
really
worth
tough.
wasting. Yep. Don't even waste your time.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
really tough around here. That's why I don't do a lot of content.
yeah. True,
Yeah,
true. So your favorite niche is shoes. What is one that you want to know more about? More electronics? Anything else?
electronics. Um,
Yeah.
I need to adopt glass. I have sold a lot of glass. I'd rather not. I'd rather not do glass, and it's not because it is from going into the box to the next home. That is what I worry about so much is the shipping. Is it going to
Yeah.
make it? Is it going to make it? And I
Yep.
have yeah, that is my thing. Is glass can be very nerve wracking, really
Yeah.
bad.
What's hard with me is glass and collectibles. It's so hard to comp it out. Like if you watch the lamp lady, crazy lamp lady or lamp lady,
Yeah,
she is like she has it down for glass. She'll be walking an aisle at Goodwill and be like, that's worth 50, that's worth 100, I'm grabbing that, that's 700. Like
yeah.
she knows by looking. And like if there's no model or brand or name on it, I don't know how in the world people know the value, but good for them. That's
Oh yeah, that's
that'd
good.
be good to learn.
I don't even mind packing glass. It's just
Mhm.
if it's going to get there. That's what's so scary about it.
Yeah.
I've seen people lose $300-400 pieces. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't
Yep.
do all
That's
that.
why I don't do lamps anymore. I'm done with the lamp game. And then that second one, so the first lamp gets there and it's totally mangled, smushed, bent in half. And FedEx did pay the claim on it. But then the second one, I paid a postal place to pack it. I
Yeah,
think I paid $60 for this guy to pack up this box and everything. Maybe it was $40 because he had to double box it, time and wrap it. I think I profited like maybe $5 on the lamp. Customs kept
yeah.
it. It was an international shipment. It got over to the East Coast and customs kept it.
Oh,
You're welcome. It made it there, but the poor guy didn't even get his lamp, and that's what I paid to
yeah.
get him.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, so, your favorite sourcing style?
I love live auctions. I mean, we have high bid and we have all these online auction sites for storage sheds or whatever. But I like to go to the old mom and pops auctions or estate auctions even. And they
Ooh.
throw out that everybody's standing around and they'll pay $200 for some kind of china cabinet or whatever they think it's good or whatever for $200
Mm.
that has holes in you. Yeah, but my secret is if you can find a live auction, you go and you wait. You let them bid and spend their money on these, cookie jars or a box full of cereal or just whatever they want to. And they'll at first, but they'll put out, certain things. They'll put it. I'll take, we'll start the bid at 5, and you just sit there, and you sit there. 3 or 4 hours later, these people are not wanting to pack this stuff up anymore. They want no part of it. They don't care. They don't even know what they have on the table anymore. And they go, we're gonna start this table at $5, and everybody didn't spend their money. They didn't spend it. They're not gonna spend one more dime, one more penny. They're done.
So
And it looks like
true. That's
trash on
a
the
great
table.
strategy.
It looks like trash on the table. And you look around and you're like, oh, that toaster might get $20 because you kind of underestimate yourself. Okay. You're going to
Mhm.
underestimate. That toaster's going to get 20. I'll give you $5. Anybody want to bid against her? And everybody's done for the night. It's trash, it looks like. And there is sometimes it is a lot of trash. But when you get home and you start digging through all this trash out in your yard that you bought for $5, $10, $12, and you find $250 cameras, you find $60 cookie jars, you find $80 radios. for $5.
Wow.
This whole table. We're not talking about a little bit of a lot. We're talking about 3 shelves, 12 feet, 2 foot apart. I mean, it's huge. That is my favorite.
Wow.
You buy the
How
trash, everybody's looking at you
exciting.
like you're crazy. And no, you took it home and you made a big profit. That is
Holy
my
cow.
favorite. Live auctions. And I mean, I recommend anybody going. And no, you're not going to find something every time. You're not going to
Mhm.
find it. You're not. But it will get, if
Are
you do
they
it right,
usually
you
like
get to the
storage
next auction.
units, or what are
Do
they
I?
auctioning? Is it usually storage
It's,
units,
it's
or?
it's their storage units is, is what they have left or what they think they have left. They have most of these people have bought so much stuff they don't have
Mhm.
nowhere to put it. They don't have a store. They don't, so they go to these auctions and they think they're throwing away their trash to people, and it's not. There is a lot of stuff in that trash that it looks like trash, but it's not.
Oh, how fun. I don't know what I
Yeah,
would
it's a
do to show
gamble.
up. Yeah, it sounds crazy. It sounds fun. It sounds super
It
fun.
is
What
a
about
gamble,
the
but
flip
it's,
side of that? Would you ever
yeah.
auction and do your own, like, what is it called? The auction that's live. It's like eBay, but super, you have to have like a big following and everyone comes and
Yeah.
watch you do it live.
Oh,
What
the
is that
whatnot.
called? Yes. Whatnot. Would you ever do a what?
Well, I've actually got approved to sell.
Oh,
I actually got approved to sell on whatnot, and I have not done my first show, but I do
okay.
recommend it. It's like any platform, you got to build a following, whatever. But I mean, you just go
Yep.
in there, find your trash. The trash that you have listed that's not listed. Wait for 6 months. It's been there, so it's not going away. Let it go for $1. Because I mean, it's what you found on a table somewhere that was practically free. So you know what? That's what I'm doing right now. I'm building up on how to do it, and I think I'm gonna do Hot Wheels my first auction. So
Okay. They want you to do it like
I'm
a
not
theme,
expecting
right?
nothing out of it. I'm not expecting nothing out of it. So, but if you have a good
Yeah.
enough following and whatnot, and there's a lot of people, there's like Chrissy, Collins on the Move. She is, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she is a whatnot queen. I mean, she knows
All
how to
right.
what, and I watch
Chrissy,
almost
you've got to come
everyone.
on the show because I got to pick your brain here. That is awesome. I want to do it, but it's intimidating. So I
It
don't know.
is.
Like I
I have
should
not done
do
my
it. Like
first
you said,
show.
old inventory. So clear out the old stuff. But I wonder, do
Yeah.
they want you to do it like themes, like old shirts, Hot Wheels, video
Yeah,
games?
I
Like, do you have
think
to
they do.
keep it
You can
logged in?
do under state sales, I believe so. Yeah. But jump on
Okay,
there.
make it random.
There's a few links on there, for sellers links to get you approved right away. It took me almost over a year to be approved. I don't know why, but some people
Wow.
can just do it in 24 hours. But I finally got approved. I still haven't done a show, but I'm not expecting it much. But I want to have fun
Mhm.
with it. So, and I think I'm gonna do Hot Wheels. I'm still going through stuff.
All right, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to try it. I think if I can do a
Yeah.
YouTube live, I can do a live auction. Like, why not?
Yeah.
We'll see
Yeah.
the worst that can happen.
Yeah, I've seen
Uh,
other people try the what I've seen other people try whatnot, and they don't really care for it. Like Christy Mama's Closet, she in Texas, Christy Tech from Texas, she did really good, and she don't really care for it, and that's okay. But she did
yeah,
really good too, in my opinion. It's just not her thing, and that it may not be
it's
mine
worth
either, but I'm
trying.
gonna try it.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth trying. And like you said, instead of just sitting on the old inventory or donating it when it doesn't sell, you might as well try. If you can make
Yeah,
20 bucks, I mean, it was about to go to
yeah,
Goodwill. So let's see. We have also a really good tip here. Collins on the move. $5 lamp. Never. Oh, that wasn't the clip. I wanted to clip on this one. Glass over $50. I want to always double box it. That is an actual great tip. That's
that
why
is really
if I'm
good.
doing my own comments and putting it down here, I need a helper, someone to help me post these on here so I don't click the wrong thing.
It can go through Fort Knox, and I would still worry about it.
Okay.
I would still worry
Yep.
about it.
So true. Yep. Double boxing.
That's a good tip, Christopher.
Rachel rocks the whatnot world. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it. You've
Yes.
given me the bug. I gotta learn like the pro tips. So I'll have to watch
Well,
some.
Rachel has that whatnot playlist. So yeah, you can go in there and watch that, and sign up through her. She'll take you through, and she'll help you. It's crazy, but she does good. She sells McDonald's toys.
Oh, funny. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. So
Oh
what would
yeah.
be your favorite thing about reselling?
freedom. I don't have to clock in, but for me, I'm responsible for me. My household, my family, no outside world. I'm responsible for me. That is my favorite thing. I don't have to answer to nobody but myself. Yeah. That's my favorite
Absolutely.
thing.
So true.
No, yeah. Nobody
So you
breathing down
mentioned
your
that
neck. Yeah.
so true. No boss. No,
Yeah.
all of that.
That's not how
So
I
you
do
said
it. I'm like,
yep, exactly. So with your kids being grown, you said they haven't quite got the reselling bug. Did they ever help you growing up for the last 20 years? Were they ever your helpers?
they will help me pack if I make them. Yeah. But I want them to enjoy it. I don't want them being
Yeah.
made to do it. I want them like, let's jump in there and do it. No, that's not going to happen. I don't think, but that's okay. That's
Oh,
okay.
buddy.
If I make them, they'll help
Exactly.
me.
And let's see, a loaded question here. How do you see your business growing in the future? Where do you want this to go?
I want to do, if I had more room, and this is what or when I have more room, I could probably figure it out. I want to do more storage sheds. I like
Yeah.
the gamble. I like the dig. And we can run all over. I live in such a small town. It's limited. It really
Mm-hmm.
is. But I would like to, because when I go to those live auctions, it's what I'm buying anyway, is people's storage sheds.
Right.
That's what I'm buying. I would like to get into more storage sheds. The good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what I want, is to get in there
Yeah.
and dig and get the profits. Because I know that's, yeah.
A lot
I've
of
done a
work,
few.
especially
It's a
digging
lot
through
of
the
work.
junk and
I need the work. My
squeezing it,
body
but
needs that kind of work. I don't need what I had before, but I would like my body to move more. It needs it.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. But like you said, you definitely need more space because
Oh, yeah.
that's a lot of stuff. You have to have your own storage shed to hold all your stored sheds. Storage unit to hold your storage units.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't see the chat if anybody's saying anything, but I love y'all. But if anybody's in the chat, because my
I'll pop a
laptop
couple
went
things
to
on here. We've got Tori. She was here last week as our guest. Welcome. Let's
Hi.
see. Yes, welcome. Saying hi. We've got. You could totally do it. Yes, absolutely. Get those storage sheds. I want to watch all of that. Like that's the content that I would pay to watch.
I like to do, yeah,
Go
in the
out there
flea
and
markets. I
all
like watching flea market stuff too. I flipped it. I see that one. Hi, Joe Nicole.
there you go. I guess I have to just put it up here for you to see it then.
Chrissy.
Quirks of using StreamYard. So if anyone, like I said, anyone has any questions for either of us, throw them in the comments. We are here to give tips and tricks, and I'm sure I can even learn a ton more here from Miss Melanie. But so how else do you source? If you said you're small town, you don't have a lot of thrift stores, how else do you source?
Depending on yard sales, the live auctions, and I have to drive over an hour away to like a Goodwill or Salvation Army. I do drive out of town to go to yard sales anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. The bin stores are over 2 hours away for me. I don't do, I've been to bin stores one time and I was grounded as soon as I walked in the door. There's a little lady there and she's like, you got to learn the rules. I'm like, I didn't touch nothing yet. I just walked in the door. So that was not a good experience. Yeah, that was not a good experience, but I would like the experience again.
Yeah, I went in there once during it was either COVID was fresh or we were fresh out of COVID, right in that weird window where no one knew what to do, and there were some really weird rules, and that was probably the last time I was in there. But you had to have only one person at the bin on each side at a time, and then there was like a line behind those people. So I didn't know this walking in. I just walked right up to a bin, and oh no, that was wrong. That was a strange time, but I think the last time I went to a bin.
But no, I've done a few high bids, I've been on high bid and did that. That's Kristen. Yeah, hi Kristen. But yeah, I've done a lot of high bid. I drove up 2 hours to go get my stuff that I needed, but it's very difficult where I live because it's actually become a tourist attraction.
Really?
And yes, if you ever need a vacation and a getaway, just Google McCurtain and it will take you to any cabin you want in fishing and hunting or gambling. There's all kinds of casinos around you. So,
That's funny. The
yeah,
gambling cracks me up. We have that here too in
yeah,
Tucson. There's a lot of
yeah,
casinos out here, and you learn the free stuff that they give away, all the pots
yeah.
and
The $10
pans and all the
giveaway.
crappy
Yeah,
jewelry. And I always see those at the yard sales. I'm like, they're a gambler because their whole garage is full of all the cheap
yeah.
pots and pans.
The cheap box things. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I think I got through all the comments here. So, Melanie, I can't thank you enough for coming on here with us tonight and sharing your wisdoms. And I can't wait to try an auction. I want to go to an auction. I want to
Yes.
post an auction. You've planted that auction bug.
Yes. Yeah. Google it and see where's the live auction at. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure we have a lot more people, but I don't know. I mean, I'll just go and watch it first. Just be in the back
Oh, yeah.
end and just see how it plays out before I get
Yeah.
the cojones to actually bid.
And you may have to go a couple times to get a feel of it. It really is. But at the end, it might look like trash, but keep digging. You're going to find a profit somewhere.
Oh, how fun. I definitely want to, for sure. All right, guys. Thank you again to Melanie. Thank you, everyone, for joining us
Thank y'all.
tonight. Make sure to head over to her channel. I've got it here. Melanie's, you can't even click it because StreamYard doesn't let us, but follow her name and you will find her channel across all social platforms.
Yep.
And I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Y'all too.
Bye.
Bye, honey.